Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. I'm an OCD recovery coach with more than 10 years of experience helping people recover from OCD. Prior to that, I had severe OCD myself that I fully recovered from, and as do my clients. So if you wonder, can you fully recover from OCD? Absolutely, yes, you can. Today, I wanted to talk to you about how to do ERP in the most effective way for you to recover in the fastest time possible. What is ERP? ERP stands for Exposure and Response Prevention. Exposure is anytime you are facing your fear, anytime you're exposed to your fear. Now, when you are exposed to your fear, you have two options. You can choose to take this thought or situation seriously or feeling seriously, or you can choose to disregard it. When you're taking it seriously, you're giving it a response. You can give it a response by ruminating, by doing compulsion, by doing reassurance, by Googling. All that is response. What we need to do is response prevention. So exposure and response prevention means that you're faced with certain fear, and instead of doing OCD's bidding by doing some sort of a compulsion, rumination, and so on, reassurance behavior, you're saying, no, I'm going to choose not to do that. So now that we've established what ERP is, how do you do ERP in the most effective way? A lot of the times, I would say most therapists, the way they do exposure work is they do homework. They give homework to their client, which is all well and good, and it's better than nothing. But an hour a day of ERP will not get you recovered. And this is why a lot of therapists will tell you you can never recover from OCD. Well, if you're only doing an hour worth of homework in the course of a day, yeah, you really can't recover that way. I'll be the first one to tell you. How do you actually do ERP in the way that you can recover? ERP lasts from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. So you woke up, thoughts began, right? Before we even open our eyes, the thoughts begin. Okay, that means response prevention also has to begin. And this is where my usual, what I tell you about the tracking and all of this comes in, that you need to be accountable. For every time you are taking OCD seriously, you need to be accountable because you are pulling yourself back in OCD. This cannot, though, become a perfectionism situation, because if you start to get into my recovery has to be perfect, I can't go wrong, then you're creating a new theme. You don't want to do that. You want to be, okay, yeah, it's not perfect, but my trajectory is looking better and better each day. I'm reducing. My numbers were this one day, then a little less, then a little less. So there is a progression in recovery. Or I was doing this amount of compulsions. Now I have a plan. I'm reducing little bit by little bit. And I talked about the plan in the previous video. So the most effective way to do ERP is to do it all day, not just exercises here and there, all day, wherever it comes up. And try to look at it that if you face a new trigger, and a lot of the times when you face a new trigger, it feels so disappointing, like, oh, I have to deal with this also now. But look at it that if this was going to trigger you, it's better that it triggered you now, so then you can do the work, deal with it, and get over it, rather than it triggers you later out of the blue when you least expect it. I look at OCD as kind of if we have a house and there's so many rooms and all the rooms are dirty. Well, if you clean only a few of them, the ones that you don't clean are going to stay dirty. So we need to clean all of them. So let's just do it. And little bit by little bit, every single day, all day, doing recovery work. This is how ERP is done. And this is what I say, that yes, you absolutely can recover from OCD, but it has to be an all-day job. It won't be forever. It's just for a little while. But you have to do the work. You have to be accountable. I hope you find my videos helpful. Subscribe if you haven't. If you would like to do one-on-one recovery program with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com.